Welcome YouTube to Discus of the Southwest, where we provide our customers with high quality and affordable discus. On a previous video I did, I warned people against trying to alter their pH because it worries me that if you try to alter your pH, you're going to create instability within your system, and discus thrive on stability. Whether the pH is higher or right in the ideal range, as long as it's stable, just use your water. But I think I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't talk about the benefits of a lower pH. If you can do it with stability, and only if you can do it with stability. The only way I know of to lower your pH in a stable fashion is to use an RO system. And more important, an RO-DI system. What your reverse osmosis system does is it removes all the minerals, everything out of the water, and also your DI unit will remove your positively charged ions and your negatively charged ions like phosphates and things like that, so that you end up with 0 parts per million with total dissolved solids. In other words, just hydrogen and oxygen molecules. Now you can't just throw your fish in pure water like that, because it doesn't have the correct salts and minerals in there that they use to develop their bones and to grow efficiently and even be able to breathe correctly, because salts are used in the osmotic process as far as them being able to respirate oxygen from the water. So I use Seachem's Replenish. Again, I just use Seachem products because it's readily available here in Amarillo, Texas. I can go get it in more than one store. That's the only reason I use it. They're not paying me. I don't get free product or anything else like that. But I use Seachem Replenish because it allows me to raise my mineral contents up to the levels that I decide to use. Everything that's in my water is what I've put in my water. We can talk more in detail on how to do that in exact parts per million with as far as general hardness and everything else. But for right now, use Seachem Replenish just to add those products back to the water. If I had a planted tank, I'd probably use Seachem's Equilibrium, because this does have phosphates in it, as well as Discus Buffer also has phosphates in it. So if I have a planted tank, you may cause an algae bloom if you use these products in a planted tank. Discus Buffer I use because it adds different trace elements, trace minerals back again that the discus need to thrive. Neutral Regulator, anytime you try to lower your pH, once you get it lowered to the desired point, you need to lock it in place with a buffer. And that's what Neutral Regulator does. It locks your pH in place so it doesn't go up and down. So you can alter it with stability, which goes back to, if you try to alter your city water supply, the buffering capacity of your city water supply is too strong, it's too high. Sure, you can use Prime in order to remove your chlorine and chloramines out of the water, but it doesn't alter the buffering capacity of the water. So you can add acid to your city water or even well water until it gets down to, let's say, 6.2 or 5.8 pH. But over a period of time, that's going to start creeping up on you and changing, and it may rapidly rise back to the original pH it was, or slightly less than that. But again, it's creating instability where stability was. But you're better off just keeping the water you had, not trying to alter the pH. The only way that I know of to accurately and be able to reproduce the same results over and over and over again is with an RO-DI system, in which you can add precisely the same amount every time back into the different chemicals to reach the desired pH that you want to keep your discus at. And the reason it's beneficial for you to be able to lower your pH is because discus are a lot less susceptible to ammonia, and it's a lot less deadly, a lot less toxic to them at your lower pH ranges. Also, your bacteria doesn't grow as well in acidic water as it does in very warm alkaline water. In fact, you're creating the perfect breeding ground for bacteria with your higher pH, higher temperature water. So you'll have to do extra water changes in order to get your bacteria content down. the bad kind of bacteria, not the bacteria you try to cultivate in your system that removes ammonia and nitrites out of your system. So for those reasons, lower toxic levels of ammonia and lower amounts of bacteria growth in your system is a reason that it can be very beneficial to lower your pH and adjust your pH, let's say, to the level below 7.0, either 6.4, 6.5, or 6.8. In that range there, you'll be safer. I use a pinpoint monitor, pH monitor, so I can constantly monitor pH on my system. I keep my water at about 6.4, and that keeps me in the acidic range where it's safer for my fish and allows me to carry a higher density of fish. Sometimes I have as many as 20 or 30 fish in a 75 gallon aquarium, which I wouldn't be able to do at a higher pH range, or I wouldn't be able to do it as safe. Anyway, YouTube, thank you for your time today. Please either like or subscribe so you can catch further videos that I make in the future. Also, we're on Facebook under Discus of the Southwest. You can find us on Facebook, and my email address is discusofthesouthwest@gmail.com. And you can even call me at 806-674-6509. That's my cell phone. That's how dedicated I am to share my phone number with everybody out there. If you have any questions, please give me a call, because I want to make everybody successful at keeping discus. Have a great night.